Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. It is officially here. The season is here. No more waiting, no more debating, no more predicting. It is finally time. We are prepping for the Minnesota Vikings this week. We are prepping for the minute. We got a game on Sunday, and I'm excited about that. Hopefully, everybody else is excited about that too. Just a quick update on the schedule. The schedule does change for me right now. Again, the season is starting. The season is here. You won't see the daily updates as much. If something big happens, you'll see that. Still working on the game plan as far as the reaction after the games and stuff like that. Stay tuned. I will be posting in the community to leave, some of the schedules up and when I'll be going live. I still drop the videos when I drop the videos, so make sure you have your notifications ready for that, so you can get all the content that I'm putting out. But enough about me. Let's talk about the New York Giants. The Giants had practice today, and finally, it's official when it comes to Brian Daboll calling the plays. He did admit that he will be calling plays for this season, and the world is not surprised. We already knew this was happening. This is not big news, and I mean for anybody. Not for the fans, not for the beat writers, not for the big sports media channels. This is not a surprise for anybody. Brian Daboll is calling the plays, and for me, it's about time. It's about time with everything that everybody is saying. Hot seat. He is taking full control of this team. And he's going to be the one steering the ship. And again, I think that's the right choice. I think that's the right choice. But let's talk about practice. So another comment that he made today was that everybody will be practicing today. That includes Adoree Jackson, and it also includes Micah McFadden. For me, I think it's up in the air for Micah McFadden. Groin injury. I expect him not to play this week. I hope he does. Well, I will say this. I hope if he does play that he is healthy enough to play. I think, they wouldn't clear him if he wasn't. But Mike, and again, we are in the season now, so we will get the weekly injury report on Wednesdays only. You're not getting those daily updates when it comes to injuries. You now get your information every Wednesday when the injury report, drops. And then, we play a Thursday night game, then they push it a day up. But we won't know officially until tomorrow, who's on the injury report or not. But today, everybody is practicing. I will say this, though. Per Pat Leonard, Micah McFadden, even though he did practice, he was very limited. Very limited for practice today. And again, that's something that I expected. I mean, there's some people in the fan base that believe that Micah McFadden should be ready to go on Sunday. I'm not one of those people. We'll see what happens. I hope I'm wrong. I want these guys to play. I want us to be at full strength. But again, just my opinion, I don't think he's coming off of the groin injury and he'll be ready for the game on Sunday. Now, also, because he said everybody else was practicing, I'm assuming Flott practiced. Tyrone Tracy practiced. Who else was on the injury report? Evan Neal, I'm assuming, practiced. John Runyon practicing. So I'm assuming everybody else is good to go since the quote was everybody is practicing. But again, we will see tomorrow once the full on injury or the official injury report comes out. Couple of practice notes. Adoree Jackson, again, full go. Adoree Jackson was in fact, returning punts in practice today. I'm surprised by this. Some people aren't surprised by this. I think it's just a fair thing because the last time he was back there returning punts, he got hurt. And for him being our CB1 at the time, that injury was big for us. Big for us, and it shouldn't have happened. Now you're looking at Adoree Jackson coming back, and he can possibly be the guy as a punt returner. Right now, it looks like the depth chart has it as Gunnar Olszewski, and then after Gunnar, I believe it's Darius Slayton, which is another guy we haven't seen return punts before either. Not consistently. But if Gunnar Olszewski is in fact healthy, he will be the guy returning or fielding the punt on Sunday versus the Vikings. Again, not a lot of practice notes. I saw a couple of clips from practice. They did practice in red jerseys today in order to prep for the Century red jerseys on Sunday. They also wore their winged helmets. Reports where they were wearing their winged helmets. So you have to get used to throwing to another color. Especially when it comes to the offense. So the offense wore red, defense wore white, and the quarterbacks wore blue. That's what happened today. And again, you got to get used to throwing to a certain color. When you're a quarterback, it's either blue or white. You're playing in blue or white jerseys, and that's it. You got these red jerseys out there. You want to get used to throwing to a color. It's just a mental thing. You got to prep for it, prepare for it, and get used to it so that on Sunday, everything is comfortable. You feel good about it. And speaking of feeling good, Daniel Jones after practice had a couple of good things to say. Let me go ahead and bring out my notes. So DJ said he has high expectations for the offense and what the offense could be. He said he's ready to go. Said going against Wink's defense, practicing against Wink in the past 2 seasons helps him prepare for a heavy blitz defense. We know that the Minnesota Vikings, we know that Brian Flores, B-Flow is what they call him, right, is a heavy blitz guy. And you know what? With Wink being here and Wink being a heavy blitz guy, especially during training camp and the preseason practices, he was blitzing heavy against Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones didn't look the best against Wink when he was blitzing, but, all experience is good experience, I should say it. Or not all experience is good experience, but having that experience is good for Daniel Jones. And he said that as much. He said that we also have a lot of playmakers, and that allows for a lot of ways to attack the defense. He knows what he has now. The toolbox is packed. Neighbors, Hyatt, Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson. You got a running back by committee. You got a new tight end that has the the ability to be dynamic if he can reach his full potential. You have Daniel Bellinger as well, but you have weapons now, and I'm glad he knows it. He's saying it that we can attack in a lot of different ways, and I think that's something that we should be able to do. Even though I will say, and I'll get into this in later on in the week when I drop my Minnesota Vikings preview video, just keys to victory and stuff that I expect to see. I really want us to run the ball on the first play of the game. We need to be able to establish the run anyway in order to open up everything else. But I want to be physical on the first play of the game. I want the offensive line moving forward. I want everybody moving forward, no backpedaling. I want us to run the ball on the first play of the game for a lot of different reasons, and I just listed a couple of those. What else did he say? He said he's confident in the O-line, and he's also confident in the game plan that Priscilla has for this week. So again, this is a revamped offensive line. A lot of guys that came in with veteran experience. You're putting these guys together. Hopefully they can mesh, in enough time for the game on Sunday. They haven't played together in a real game ever so far, and you hate to hear things like that, but they're getting those practices in now. But again, you have a lot of veterans here. You got guys that have played together in the past. Our right guard and right tackle played together all season last year. Just they did that on the Oakland Raiders. You have John Runyon, doesn't miss any snaps either. JMS coming back. Andrew Thomas working with John Runyon. We're hoping that these guys can gel, and if these guys can gel, if we can run the ball, if we can protect the quarterback, I expect good things to happen this season. I'm not saying we're going to have astronomical numbers, but if you can keep the quarterback upright and you can run the ball, I think that's probably some of the keys to a successful season for the New York Giants. But that's about it, man. That's about it. Daniel Jones, in regards to his beard, said his beard is going to be a game time decision. He said that as a joke, but hopefully Daniel Jones keeps the beard. I saw Jermaine Illuminor on the Kay Adams show. They were still talking about the man's beard and all that. So, and also talking about some of the dating rumors and stuff like that. And, she didn't say that she was dating Daniel Jones. I don't believe she's dating Daniel Jones. But she also didn't say that she wasn't. But it is what it is. I don't care about that. I care about the game on Sunday. I care about the Vikings. But that's just a quick practice update. Again, the injury report will come out tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a quick short on that, unless something else happens, and I'll put out another video, updating or a practice update tomorrow. But right now, I'm excited for the New York Giants. I can't wait for these guys to play on Sunday. I'm tired of guessing. I'm tired of hoping, and I just want to see how this team plays. I got high expectations for the defense. I'm in wait-and-see mode on the offense. I do have ideas of what it should look like, but again, we won't know until Sunday gets here. But I tell you this, I'm rooting for Daniel Jones. I'm rooting for this offense. I'm rooting for the whole entire team to go out there and beat Minnesota week 1 on Sunday. And it is what it is. But I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.